everybody. Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam,
It's your boy Jovi.
and today we are talking about the highly anticipated, and I mean highly anticipated, movie Wicked. And I did not know how big this was. This thing has fans. I knew it was a big musical, but it has fans worldwide.
Yeah.
You're not hip. This is an adaptation of the stage musical, which itself is an adaptation of a book, which is a retelling of the Wizard of Oz story from the perspective of the Wicked Witch of the West. In this story, her name is Elphaba. And yes, her and Glinda attend, or her and the Good Witch of the North, or something, the Good Witch Glinda. It's their, basically, think of it as an origin story for them. They meet at university, they form a bond, and upon meeting the Wizard of Oz, have a bit of a decision to make. Let's say that. I'm not sure if that's I think that's close to the IMDb spiel. But I don't want to give away too many spoilers on the actual story itself.
This is part one, so...
Yes, that's something else that I don't think was marketed very well. This is part one.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting because the movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
And this is part one.
And that's the entire runtime of the stage play. Yeah. So, they do add some stuff. I don't think it's necessarily bad.
Yeah.
But just know it's long. It's part one. But I also still feel like, unlike... let's say Fast and the Furious, or even the Mission Impossible one, if it feels more like Spider-Verse, where you feel like you get a whole movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a great.
You get a whole movie, or the second Spider-Verse, obviously. You get a whole movie, and then you're looking forward to the next. Or Infinity War, where it's like there's more story to tell, but you're not going to be disappointed at the end of this movie.
And this ended well. Like if we never find out what happens, which that's not going to happen. We're definitely going to get a part two. This thing's doing numbers. I would be very happy with this. Like, cool. I know that you turn evil. And that's it. So now
So, we both like musicals, like stage plays.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably sure I've been to a little more than you, but we both enjoy them. You haven't seen Wicked?
I haven't seen Wicked. So,
I have. Yeah, I saw it twice a long time ago. The first time I saw it, I was young, so I didn't appreciate it.
Right.
The second time I saw it, I remember enjoying it while I was there.
Right.
But, after I got out, I was like, all right, that was fine. Wicked, honestly, is not in my top 8 musicals. It's not one of my favorites, which is why I am pleasantly surprised.
Okay, yeah.
How much I loved this movie.
What
I'm about to say about this, call up Dunkin' Donuts, brother. Glaze is about to be real. Dog, I loved this movie.
Yeah.
And I got a lot to say about it. So with that, I'm going to let you go first, because I'm going to be talking for a while.
Yeah, and for me, it's one of our major quotes. It was a great time at the movies.
Yes.
For me, I have nothing negative to say about it besides there are some long scenes that I feel like won't work for all audiences, but that's it.
Bro, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, that's it for me. And when it comes to everything else, it's beautiful.
So beautiful. The colors, yes.
CG animals look like animals. So I'm like, if y'all can do it, why are these other movies not able to do it?
So this movie, I know it was in production for a long time.
And so
it may have been in post-production for a while too.
Yeah.
Because you're right, the VFX, obviously, there are no such thing as flying monkeys.
No.
There are no such thing as talking animals.
No.
But you look at them and you're like, I know it's CGI, but I can appreciate it.
And I was engulfed in the story.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Of course, it caught my eye, caught his eye, because this is what we do. But if anybody going into it is like, I'm here for it. That bear's talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it as, oh, it's a bear, and I'm looking at it as a character.
Yeah, exactly. It's a character in this world.
Yeah. The singing. So what I say when we believe in we don't really talk afterwards, but
Right.
We didn't know when we were going to record. I said that it was by far the best balance of film and music and singing that I've seen when it comes to these stage play / musical movies. It's usually either too much of either or.
And I honestly think that goes to the director of this movie is someone named John M. Chu. He directed another musical movie called In the Heights.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool, so that makes sense. All
and he might be a genius at this because that was something I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
But
It's
please,
a great balance. Like, and that's what I've been telling people. They're like, oh, can I take my kid? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I was like, I think they would enjoy it just because of how awesome it looks and that when they do sing, it makes sense to the story. It's like you're watching a scene and it's not just a song break. It's part of the writing.
Yes.
It's like everything makes sense. And I don't know, I enjoy it. Even with those long, again, it's not long for us. I'd say it would be long for a child.
It's exactly. That's the only negative. It might be long for like small children.
Small kids. Like you're going to have to take them out to pee at least twice. Or they're going to be antsy and moving around if they're not engulfed by how beautiful this film is. I'll let you gush because I'm very straightforward with this. I plan on seeing it again with my family. That's how much I enjoyed it.
I'm definitely seeing this again.
And the singing. Like, we know Ariana Grande can sing, but she made sure everybody knew with this one. And what's the actress name?
Cynthia Erivo.
Got some pipes.
Yeah, so
like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's I'm going to listen to the soundtrack now.
Yeah.
Just to hear them sing.
Bruh, I don't even know where to start.
Go for it. I don't have anything else to say. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I already know what my score is. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to know what this score is, and I haven't given a score like this in a long time.
Let's see if I can keep my rant. It's currently 12:23 p.m. Let's see if I can finish my rant by 12:30.
Okay.
Okay. First, the production values, like you said. This movie is just bubbling with just color and constant camera movement and production design. It's so beautiful, and the thing that gets me is it's so much of it is practical. It'd be so easy for he talked about the CGI, which is good.
Yeah.
But a lot of this movie is actual practical effects.
Sets.
Humongous sets. The Munchkin, they go to the Munchkins town. Munchkin town, is that what it's called? Or their village? Munchkin land, yes. The village, it's all practical. There might be some, which I don't know if this was news to me, but like a lot of times, they build these sets, then they CGI just a little bit of it in. So it's either almost like 100% practical or 90% practical. Yeah. And it looks amazing because they put the work in. Yeah. The university they're in, called Shiz University, all real. It looks really good.
It's crazy. I got goosebumps right now.
Yeah, the Emerald City, like they take a giant train that is actually a train to the Emerald City when they get there to meet the wizard. So I think the amount of money that was poured into this, which is $350 million for both parts. Both parts.
That's not bad.
Right, not bad. I think this is one time where I actually see where the budget went.
Yeah.
Speaking of how it looks, I got again the director and the DP. There are scenes in this movie, like something about the stage that's so great. It's like you're in the room with the actors, and the way the camera is always moving, it feels like you're in this land with these people. Yeah. Like, you got your wide angle shots for the big dance numbers. You got your close-ups for the emotional views. Yeah. You got your, when someone's feeling like small emotionally, like you got your high up angle shots to actually make them look small. And when like they're feeling big up, like Elphaba is at a point in the movie, it's like a low angle shot. So you're looking up at them. It's just spectacular. And then during the choreography, the way the camera moves their dance moves.
I didn't mention that. Choreography is fire.
It's so good. Yeah. So just the way the movie looks, I think that alone, that should keep a child's attention.
No, for sure.
Then we'll get to the what I think is basically this movie's lightning in the bottle. The two leads, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. So Jovi mentioned it.
They bounce off of each other.
Their chemistry is just spectacular. Now, I knew that Ariana, like she's in our age group, so I grew up with her as on I think Nickelodeon. Even though I didn't watch the show, I knew she was an actress, and I knew she could be kind of silly.
Right. No, and that was
what she is the
funny
comedy in
as
this movie.
hell, bruh.
And I don't know
Yeah.
how much of it was directed versus how much of it is just her natural ability. Because her quirks, her mannerisms, the way she flips her hair, and the way she talks and the inflections in her voice, everything just works perfectly.
Yeah.
It's like almost every line, I was just chuckling
I
at
was
her.
laughing the whole time.
And she has to. She is excellent at. She's like a mean girl in this movie, but she has to make you like her, which is very hard to do. But she does it flawlessly. She's a mean girl that you're actually like rooting for, because underneath that meanness, you can see there's a layer of depth. Same with and of course she can sing. I'll get to the songs later though. But same with Cynthia Erivo. I've seen her before.
Yeah.
What she did in this movie, it may have been a brand new actress to me, because it blew away my expectations. I didn't know she could be like this.
Yeah.
She was the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, the way she talks, very straightforward and direct. The way she's just focused on her studies and her sister. The way she doesn't seem to care about anything, but you can see there's something underneath. Like, this was an acting masterpiece. Like, honestly, I'm going to say it, bruh. If award season came around and both of these got nominations, I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Her Elphaba, the name of the witch, when she first arrives on scene, she just like commands the screen. And I
like that.
Yeah.
I can visualize the shot.
yeah. Oh, and something else I didn't mention, all that stands out. The wardrobe in this movie is fantastic. all the outfits.
You talking about budget? I don't know how they didn't go over with that. Every single person is in like amazing drip.
Yeah, they're all dripped out. Even the witch. That's what I was thinking of when we first see her. Yeah,
it's like everybody, the students, the uniforms, when they go out and dance. It's like everybody has just these amazing clothes in this universe of. It makes you question things like, was this a time before a time? Like a time before our time.
Yeah, man.
And that's they've made a environment and made the clothes and made the movie it makes you just feel like you're a fly on the wall in this just amazing
in this world. They built a world that you feel like you're a part of. And again, like Joey said, the chemistry between them, because they start off as enemies, but again, they both have a layer of depth. One of them seems to not care about like what other people think, but you can tell like she's hiding some sort of pain and loneliness. Whereas the other one seems to be super shallow, but actually does care about other people.
Nice person.
Yeah. Same with rounding out the cast. The character Fiyero, in his actor, I forget his name, but I think it's Jonathan something. I'll throw it up, but. Again, when he first arrives on scene, you're like, oh, this dude is just like a prick, a stuck-up prick. But then he's not.
He's not.
He's not
actually
like that.
Like the most caring character out of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
man. And Jeff Goldblum and Michelle. So everyone in the cast does their job.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Anything he does, I don't care if he ever tries to do serious stuff again. I just laugh.
Yeah.
It's just his way, his mannerisms. Because he doesn't act. He talks like that in real life. It's just like he just gets to go in, and you talk about the Wizard of Oz's drip himself.
Yeah, man.
That suit was amazing.
It was.
I want that suit.
I can actually see you wearing that, bro. Just pop out like that.
No, Jeff Goldblum killed it too.
Yeah, man. And now we've been talking about depth, and that's something else I want to get into. The actual narrative of this movie. Now we mentioned it's like kind of a what if kind of story, but I do want to mention it's not like Sony's Morbius or I mean, not even trying to, like, a terrible movie. Of course it's not like that. But you know how they're trying to show like, hey, this person that you know is a villain. What if you see it from their perspective?
Yeah.
It's
What
not
they're
even
trying to do with Craven.
Yeah, it's not even really that. It's more so it's like, what if the entire world that you see is fake and she's the only one who sees the reality? Because like she's not, again, I don't want to spoil it, but it's not just, oh, she's evil, this is why she's evil.
Yeah.
The world is actually pretty messed up in this world, and she sees it when other people kind of either don't see it or kind of ignore it.
Right.
There's a lot of like themes in here about like erasing history. There's some fascism.
Yes.
There's
some messages.
yeah, messages of loneliness and depression and what that can do to you, and obviously discrimination because.
Pause real quick.
All right, people. Nah, we're back. Sorry, quick interruption. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, like it deals with themes like discrimination because like she's green, and there are animals in this world that just are looked at a certain way. So there are real world themes that actually hit, and I know there are certain people, some of these songs that like just inspire them because she's like overcoming these things, and it just speaks to how amazing it is that like. There's this narrative about these real world, like deep things that are actually emotional, but it's all just in this world of fun, Right. So, there are too often times where we talk about how there are serious moments and someone comes in with a joke. Like Marvel used to be famous for that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, you just took the seriousness out of this.
Right.
But somehow this movie, like Jovi's been saying, there's a balance here. Right. Notice how I didn't talk about the singing? I didn't even get to that yet. Let me finish with that. Look,
Louise.
There is no song in this film that I think does a disservice to the original.
I won't say I didn't get to see the original. I would say there's no song in this that I didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Because with The Little Mermaid, his little song when he walks down to the water.
Oh, that just pissed me off, man.
Worst song
like,
in the history of musical movies.
Yeah, like, I mean, and there have been a lot of, like, Les Mis, Phantom of the Opera, which, I mean, I hated that stage play anyway, but that's a story for another time. Dear Evan Hansen. There have been a lot of stage plays that have translated to film where it's like, I don't need this. I don't need this. The stage play, the musical is just better. Mm-hmm. This one, it really has solidified itself as its own thing. Cynthia Erivo's Defying Gravity. I think I like Idina Menzel's a little better. It'd be a 1A, 1B situation for me.
Okay.
But the way she sings it is different. Mm-hmm. She made it her own. Popular. Ariana Grande.
Popular.
I don't know if it's... I have to listen to it, just listen to the song. Yeah. Because right now I'm actually liking it more than the original. Just because of the... It might be because of the choreography. Yeah. But I have to listen to I have to listen to both of them.
Again, Goosebumps. See, I don't think if you haven't even seen previews or even understand, this movie is actual, like, it's a spectacle.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you say, that scene alone is not a major scene. I mean, kind of, I guess, for the plot. Mm-hmm. But she's literally doing choreography.
Yeah, all around her room and singing.
In a room.
Yeah.
In a room. It's a room. Uh-huh. And the camera is moving with
the
her.
whole time.
The furniture is turning into stages. It's like everything... They took the essence of a stage play and just made it this.
See, this is why we work well together, bro. Because Kyle's gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
Right after I make this next point.
Go for it.
Dancing Through Life. I think that song is definitively that's my new favorite version. It's a song that the dude Fierro sang when he first got there, and they were in the library.
They're in the library. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that choreography was amazing with like the walls spinning. But the way he sung it was so good.
Yeah. When he first started, I was like, is he going to have a strong enough voice for this? And then while I'm halfway in, I'm in there just...
yeah, man. My head was bopping a lot during this movie.
Seriously.
And that's an extended song. It starts in a library, then they end up at a club. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so the singing, just top-notch.
Yeah.
And I think the thing I wanted to make, I probably should have said this earlier, what makes this work, this world of Oz, this magical world. There are things you can do in a movie that you can't do on stage. So with the CGI and the VFX that you can do when she's, when there's scenes of her using her powers or flying around, like it's just, and we watched this in, we watched this in,
Standard.
Oh, in Standard? We watched this in Standard. It wasn't even IMAX. It's just.
I could imagine IMAX is crazy.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's just such the word you use, it's a spectacle.
It is.
Because you're like, wow, this looks so amazing. And this might be the one time I think that film might be a better medium than stage for this to tell this story. I have to think about that. That's why I'm saying might.
Wow, yeah.
I have to think about
Coming
that.
from you,
Yeah.
that's...
I think about that.
He was being very modest. This man last year saw something at least once a month.
Oh yeah. So
like, yes, he knows his stage plays and his musicals.
yeah, man. But this I just, again, I'm blown away by how much I liked it because I didn't think I would. I think that if you're someone who just, if musicals just are just meh to you, like you're indifferent, I think you'll like it. If you're someone who loves musicals, I think you'll like it. You're gonna love the narrative, which again we didn't get too much into because I don't want to spoil it. But I mean,
it's a great
I think
story.
you're going to enjoy the story of with the Wicked Witch taking stage and her friendship with Glinda growing.
Yeah.
And what's
I'm
up?
just laughing at the Glinda, that whole plot point.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, it's really cool. It's really dope. If you're someone who hates musicals, or you just hate the casting for whatever reason, I just stay away. Nobody likes that person in the theater. I just stay away.
Like if you're going, like there's no way that you can. Everybody hated Joker, yes, because it was a terrible excuse for a musical, but that was like a thing where people were going in. I didn't know this was a musical. If you didn't know that Wicked was a musical, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And don't go in there and don't ruin it for everybody else because people love this. Like there is, I have a coworker, and she's going to see it, and she hasn't been in a movie theater in over 10 years.
Yeah, no.
And she's like, she just doesn't do movie theaters, and she has got out of her fear and is going just for this film.
There are people dressing up and everything. Yeah. It's like, like I hate Fast and the Furious, but because of what we do, we go see it. But when I'm in there, as much as I want to sigh, I'm like, I'm not going to do that to these people. But I'm being conscious of it.
Right.
Like, so yeah, just don't go on
I mean, you're going to suck your teeth. We're going to laugh. We're going to look at each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody knows that it's stupid fun at the movies.
Yeah. One other thing I want to mention, though. Because something I think that, like, if you're, like, Cynthia Erivo, like, this movie has gotten a lot of press because of, for good reasons and for bad reasons, like the marketing with the website that went to an adult website. And then
like that, that's how you know that this thing is popular because
who goes to the website on a toy box, bro?
It happened. They talked about it for like 2 days, and they scrubbed. I don't know if Mattel has the power. I don't know who produced this.
I'll put it up. I don't remember.
Whoever produced it, they have the power.
Yeah.
But they scrubbed the internet because if this was any other film, we would still be talking about it.
Yeah, man.
Like talking about you literally to an adult website.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. And then there's the poster controversy, which we talked about.
Yeah.
And while we don't agree with it, with the actress's interpretation, she has gotten a lot of like nasty stuff said to her.
She did,
and
maybe that was it. That was like her.
Yeah, no, it's like a catalyst. It's like if you're constantly being talked about like that, but then you see this, and I can understand it, but I don't agree with it.
Just do a spoiler. It's a shot in the film that looks like the playbill.
Yeah.
So, I know she saw the film before she made that comment. Or did she not see the film, the finished film?
Yeah, maybe she didn't, but...
So, I was just like, I didn't say anything while we were watching it, but I was like, It's in the movie.
Okay, yeah.
But again, I take back what I felt like she was overreacting, but I didn't know that she was getting that much hate.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I mean...
the character's green. It's just like Gamora.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be mad that a black person is playing a character that is a different color.
And you know what's funny? I'm sorry, but just in the movie, now that I think about it, she is just like what I always complain about with the X-Men. We are in a world where there are talking goats and bears and different colored munchkins, but a green person, somehow that's shocking to you?
It's like, oh my God.
Really? Like, what is wrong with people? I don't know, man. But all that to say, I don't think any negative controversy should stop anyone from watching this movie.
Right.
Because it's like, you're just going to forget about it. Again, lightning in a bottle, her and Ariana. I think she's actually the lead and Ariana's considered supporting. Whatever it is, co-lead, co-supporting, they are both excellent. So
if it, like you said, if anything when the award ceremony comes around, award season, there's no way that one cannot win an award without the other. And so that means that Wicked's probably going to steal the show.
Yeah, it's great. I think everyone should see it. It's a fun time at the movies. I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
Yep. Guys, Wicked is out this weekend.
Yes.
Please watch it. I am actually saying go to the theater. I'm saying go to the theater and spend your American dollars on it. All right?
Please.
When you watch it, come back here and let us know what you think.
Right down
We
in the
appreciate
comments.
it. Thank you. Until next time, we out.
Deuces.